Welcome back. Gonna get on to adding a light kit to my Skymaster 2.5 meter Viper jet. I flew this at Kentucky Jets and flies great, and the Minions always popular. So I'm on a mission for next year for Kentucky Jets. So I didn't bought. I looked up and got this in the auction at Kentucky Jets. It's one of the Braincube light sets, and this is the same one that I put in a build for a gentleman's, pretty much same jet as mine, but the Fabao version, 2.5 meter Viper jet. And I really like the lights after I put them in his, so I was definitely going to go with the same light kit for mine. And I had to order a couple extra lights because he just put one of his generic light kits up for auction, and I had to order essentially 4 more lights to kind of complete the way I wanted to do mine. I'm going to run 2 of these in the wings facing forward, just like I did on the other one. Position lights on the ends. I got a green and a red, and then I got a strobe for the top of the rudder and a solid red that's going to go just above the engine nacelle exhaust area, the turkey feathers facing aft. And then I've got a red strobe for the bottom, and I got these guys. These are the 10mm lights. These are 8mm. This is just a 10mm version, and I'm going to use this for my landing lights. There'll be one on the nose door and one on each main gear door. I'm not mounting them to the landing gear. I'm just going to mount them to the doors. And I got some of these guys. I got 2 of these extras. I may only need 1. I'm going to actually put these in the cockpit to light up the cockpit area so you can see the Minions in the cockpit. So I think it'll look good. And these things are really bright, and it should look really good on those late end of the day flights that seem to come about at Kentucky Jets, because hell, it stays. I mean, God, we fly there until literally almost 10 o'clock because it's so close to the Eastern Central Time Zone. But what I did with mine, they come with these standard 2-pin connectors that you can plug these into a regular servo female. But you're only using 2 wires essentially, and so I trimmed all these off, and I end up reusing them on the back side to plug into the speed controller, or not speed. Well, it looks like a speed controller, but it's the light controller. And you're very limited on that's the only thing, you're kind of limited on the slots you have. So it has 1 slot for landing lights, so you have to take and make essentially your own pigtail for the landing lights. So I'll have these large lights in the wings that cut on with the landing lights, plus the one on the gear. And so you actually have to make a kind of like a Y harness / triple Y harness, or what do you want to call that. Just make your own thing. No big deal though. And what I use is this hard plastic wire, and it reminds me of the same wire that you get with the Detail for Scales light set. I've got a whole freaking roll of that stuff. So I used it to I used it on the build I did for a friend on his, and it's stiff, but it's still still bendable and soft, so you can work with it. I end up just soldering them on like this one here to give it my extension. So. And I'll probably run a life pack for the battery, because this thing will handle from 6 to like, gosh, I want to say 12 volts, but it might just be 11. Let's see here. Where's it talk about that? Oh, here we go. Wow, voltage range 6 to 42 volts. So that's crazy. Why would you need 42 volts unless it's just the amount of lights you use. I don't know. I'm kind of an electronic dummy. I figured it, going to a higher voltage doesn't change the brightness of your LEDs by at all. So the only thing you would do would be increase current, which is going to cause heat. So if I can go with the lowest voltage and get the same effect as 42 volts, and I go 6.6 volts, those packs are bigger and heavier as well. So I could get a smaller 6 volt and just go with higher milliamp. But I don't know. I could be completely off on that. But really good light sets. Like I said, I've dealt with 3 versions so far. The detail for scale. I believe it's either a Jet Legend or Jet Central light kit I've dealt with, and then now this Braincube. And the only place you can get these here in the States is Marvin. He's the U.S. He's got the sole rights to import these guys. I believe they're made out of I don't know, Ireland or something like that. A little small company. I asked him about trying to help out as a distributor here, but like I said, they said Marvin's got sole proprietary, so he's your guy for these. I have talked to the guys overseas. They're real responsive, good communication, good support, knowledgeable. But it's a simple thing. You've got an LED here and a 3-position knob, and the programming is straightforward. No brainer there. Got your lead for your receiver and then a lead for your battery and everything. So that's it. But I just wanted to show you this. I'm gonna start this today. I got to go play Army for a month, almost a month. Well, I'll be gone a month. Out in the desert and around, I believe, Fort Irwin, California, to the National Training Center. So I'll leave in about just over a week, and won't be back till right before Georgia Jets. And I wanted to take this to Georgia Jets, so I'm gonna try to get it done today, tomorrow, and finish up this week, so I can chill out next week. Because I got to fly across country, because I'm going to be the only test pilot. So if one of the aircraft breaks, I'll have to stay behind with that aircraft until it's fixed. And probably the same on the backside. So hopefully I don't get stuck someplace between here and California and end up not being able to make the next event. So, and it's about it. Oh yeah, still doing the Global Jet Club team thing. I didn't wear the shirt, at Kentucky Jets, but I talked to Lowell and those guys, and they wanted me to come back on the team and help out, and they seem to be putting a pretty good team together now. So I told them I'd give it a shot again, and I kind of like what they're doing with things now. They got that new turbofoam jets that they had at Kentucky Jets that are crazy popular, and I understand why. It opens up a new market. And it's kind of what Mike had always wanted. He always wanted a jet that was pretty much, affordable, for the masses, and that's kind of what this is. I mean, you can get everything ready to go, bind and fly for right at $3,000, which is what most turbines cost, and they fly really well. I was actually shocked, to see them out flying the thing with the high winds like they were. So that's kind of neat, and they're coming out with some new versions like Gen 3 and everything here soon. Lowell said he's going to try to get me one of the Gen 3s to have at Georgia Jets, to let if you guys let people fly them and just kind of let people see if they want one and that kind of thing. Plus, they're still doing everything they've been doing as well, and I'm not going to say anything about it. But there's some new stuff. They got some stuff coming down the pipe, and I don't know when they'll announce it, but some kind of cool things coming in the near future. So happy to be a part of that. So if you guys need anything from Global Jet Club, let me know. You know, I got direct feed with Lowell and Mike and those guys, and of course you got Jim and a few other guys around the East Coast that can help out too. Because that's, I mean, you got the West Coast guys, and then you got us over here on the East Coast type deal. So, but anyways, I'll shut up. You guys take it easy, and I'm gonna start working on the wings first, because you got to cut out the area, and I got to build a little mount for these guys for the landing lights and the wings, because the Skymaster one just comes, you know, it comes with the area painted / recessed. You know, there's a recess there, so you can cut out and put a lens over it. But that's about the hardest thing I have to do. The rest of it will just be mounting the lights and running the wires. So you guys take it easy, and I'll get the next video when I can.